We're here with Oakmont senior Trevor Wilson, who just committed to Sacramento State. Congratulations on that. You guys are 23-5 this year. Just take me through how the season's been going so far.
So the season so far, it's been going good. Started off a little bit rough early on, but started to pick it up, going more and more down. The trip to Fresno really helped us out, seeing a lot of good competition down there, preparing us well for league. And then just going day by day, practicing every day in practice, giving us the best shot to go far this year, and ending off the year 23-5 is a really big deal. But we're definitely not done. There's a lot more to still go on for.
Over the last 2 years, you guys have had an incredible team, this year included. But those last couple years, you guys had your Arizona commit, Tony Lira, who is the number 4 hitter, number 3, middle of the pack guy for you guys.
Yeah.
But now that he's gone, people have kind of looked to you as a captain. I know you've committed to Sacramento State as a pitcher, but you're still hitting. And a couple stats I have this year, you're batting .356 with a .412 on base percentage and 9 RBIs. While you're committed as a pitcher, what does it mean to you to also contribute as a plate at an elite level?
Contributing at the plate, it's honestly probably my biggest role this year, in a stance. Having other pitchers, Jalen, Aiden, helping do the job on the pitching side, definitely relieves some off of my plate for sure. Focusing on hitting every day, going to the cages outside of practice. As though I'm committed as a pitcher to Sacramento State, I've been hitting for my entire life, so it's definitely played a big old role, and that's what I really want to be good in. So knowing the fact that I have a role to do here at Oakmont, and being that guy at the plate and on the mound, I look to see us both as like equal, and definitely want to be as good as I am at the plate compared to on the mound or in the field for sure.
And now talk about your pitching. Last year you finished with a .92 ERA, and that's taken all through the section championship, all through state and regionals. This season your ERA is .210. Like you said, you faced a lot of good teams in some tournaments, but it's still a major improvement from your sophomore season, which was .384. What would you say has been your biggest improvement from that sophomore season to now?
I think my biggest improvement has definitely been hitting the weight room for sure, doing a lot of plyometric work, just doing explosion work as well. Not really hitting the weights as a bodybuilder type of deal, but more of an athletic side, explosion stuff, like I said. Definitely just getting stronger, bigger, eating healthier, coming out here, doing my arm work and everything. Going down to Fresno, saw a bunch of good competition, faced Buchanan and Clovis and all of them, so very good competitions. Did minimal damage to me, but definitely seeing those guys is definitely what I want to see. I love facing the best competition I can for sure. So only having this year as a 2.10 ERA is still pretty good for the competition I faced. But I say the biggest difference has definitely been the way my arm slot for sure. Had a little bit of a messed up sophomore year, dropped down to sidearm quite a bit, but then realized that wasn't my arm slot. Then I think it's more of just like actually taking the weight room for granted instead of just it being there. I've been inquiring a lot of that into my daily basis, and it's been improving. Fastball's gotten up about 7-8 miles an hour, so it's definitely been helpful. Off speed's been only better, and all my control has only been beneficial. So.
And with your improvements, Sac State saw you, and you committed a couple months ago, and you were just talking about the competitiveness and those competitive teams that you had to play this year. At a D1 level, you're only going to be playing the top players from these high school teams. Can you just take me through that recruitment process and how you got to be able to make a decision to go to Sac State?
Yeah, so Sac State was always somewhere I kind of had my eye on going for sure. Being able to stay local is kind of what threw me for it a little bit. I definitely wanted to stay local in a sense, not wanting to live at home, definitely wanting to still go get the college experience and college life, but being able to go play at a D1 that's pretty close to all my friends, all my family and everything, definitely had a thought in my head of wanting to go there. I've had my eye on Sac State for a while. I had a couple colleges reaching out to me, went on a couple tours, couple visits, but when I did my tour over at Sac State, it was definitely the most, in my opinion, professional, and I got to meet all the coaches, I got to meet some of the players, which I already know a lot of over there. But Sac State was definitely where I had my eye on for a while. Obviously I decommitted from Riverside, and then when that recruitment process opened back up, I was talking to my coach, Coach Martinez, and he was just like, where do you want to go? And I said, honestly, I would want to go to Sac State. So he made a couple phone calls, definitely helped me out a lot during this process. I definitely could not have done it without him. And then I got the phone call one day from Coach Flores over at Sac State, and said that they're interested in me and they like what I have, and it's just been history ever since. Recently committed, so definitely happy to be a Hornet here soon.
And a big part of why Oakmont is so successful, and like you just said, how you got to be able to go to Sac State, is the coaching staff with Coach Martinez, especially last year as they were nominated to coach the All-Star team at the Optimist game. As a player who's been with the coaching staff for a long time, what makes them so different from others?
I think it's the way that they push us, for sure. They are out here and they don't care just for your baseball side. They care for your health side. They care for your physical, mental, emotional side, for sure. They take a lot of things into consideration. They know who you are as a player. They remind you every day. They make sure you're eating good. They make sure you're hydrated. They're just like, I would say, they're more of mentors than coaches, in my opinion. I view them as people who I want to be like, who I want to, they definitely push us, and it's not just on the baseball side. They push us inside of school. They push us outside of life. But I think and they're also always in communication with us, making sure we're okay. So whenever we go out, say after a prom party or whatever, like, they're always saying, like, if you need anything, call us. Like, they're basically those kind of people that all of us want to be. We all have really good relationships with them, and they definitely play a role in our lives that's bigger than I think what a lot of people get to say about their coaches. Leaving Oakmont as this being my last year, it's definitely going to be probably one of the biggest things I get to leave is the coaching staff. They've all played a really big role in my life. Definitely wouldn't be the player I am without them. From the pitching side, the hitting side, the fielding side, everything has just made me the player who I am today. And it's clear to show from obviously my freshman year to now how big of an improvement I've had. And they're just all of them are just really amazing people. They just want what's best for all of us, and they all want to see us go on and play at the next level.
Yeah. As you graduate, so will 10 other seniors from this baseball team. 8 others are full-time starters. All of them have played at least a couple innings this year. What does it mean to have that level of experience and kind of trust with those guys, especially like going far in these deep playoff runs? Like, how much does it mean to you to be able to know you can count on your brother next to you?
I've been playing with a lot of these guys ever since I was around 8 years old. I played over here. I knew all of them. They were kind of the team they're kind of our rivals. I was a travel ball team. They all played Little League, but then I got the call.
You played at Smash Sports, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I got a call from Brian Fern, Brady's dad, called my dad and said, hey, could Trevor come and guest play with us? This was probably when I was about 9 years old. And so I went over and I guest played with them and continued to play with them on RBI. So I've been playing with them for around 6 or 7 years for sure. But I think the trust level was already there when we came to Oakmont. We all have trust in each other from being together for so long. Like, a lot of these guys have been playing together since they were for 11, 12, 13 years. But I think the trust comes in at the fact of knowing that if I don't have my best stuff today, I know he will. He's going to have my back when I'm not doing great. So it's like, I think that the trust is the biggest part of what we have going on here at Oakmont. The brotherhood for sure. And just the amount of, obviously all of our kids are talented. We all have a very big talent and a very big role on this field, but I think the trust and the brotherhood is definitely probably the biggest thing we have going on here. How comfortable we are with each other, knowing the fact that we can mess around with each other, but then knowing when we come out here it's business. Having two sides to everybody when we're out, it's a whole different side than when we're on the field. So I think that just all of us being such good friends, hanging out outside of school, it's made our team bonding even more better, and it's just improved us throughout this game.
And looking ahead, your team secured the #1 seed in the Division III playoffs, and you guys are playing teams like West Park, Yuba City, and Christian Brothers have almost 1,000 more kids than you guys. What makes this year playoff run feel just a little bit different?
I think that knowing the fact that we have a big target on our back and how hard we're willing to work for to make it big again. This year, knowing the fact that we're playing kids with a lot more enrollment than us, a lot more kids, it's just, I think that just makes us more of, in a way, as much as how we've been doing good these past couple of years, we're the underdog for sure, knowing the fact that we don't have a lot of kids coming to Oakmont, obviously, with West Park just opening up and all these big schools coming around. We're given with what we have, and we play with all of our hearts. We play to our fullest potential. So knowing the fact that we're playing all these teams and stuff that have a lot more enrollment than us just puts a bigger, I think that it just makes us more willing to go there in a sense and wanting to win and wanting to beat them for sure. But obviously with the past 2 years we've had back-to-back section champions, making it to the NorCal finals twice, winning it last year. I think that we have a big target on our back. Everybody wants to play their best baseball against us. We see it. So it's like knowing the fact that we want everybody's best. We don't want anything less than that. We want everybody's aces. We want everybody's guys. So we don't want anything less for ourselves. We don't want to cheat it. We want it to be the hardest year so far. We want it to be challenging. We want it to be difficult. But this year, I feel like it's going to go very well, knowing the fact that it's our last year. Us seniors obviously have been a part of the ride for these previous 2 years. We have nothing to lose. We're just wanting to go out there, stomp on everybody's throats, wanting to win. So anything to do to get that win and moving on game by game is definitely what we're willing to do.
And I think for me, the biggest thing for you guys is your arms are you are healthy. You, Aiden, Jalen, you guys haven't thrown too many innings this year. Lincoln was your highest, the best competition in the league. They just got moved down to Division 5, and you guys are Division 3. That really shows how much Max Preps and all these bracket people have confidence in you. I mean, you guys have showed the last 2 years you can hang with them. But getting moved down divisions this year in league, playing not so good teams, like some of these teams that you were playing were not good. Lincoln was the best team you guys played in your league, and you beat them back-to-back games. Like you just talked about, the target on your back. What does it mean to you to shows the confidence that the bracket people have in you guys, that you could hang with these teams like West Park, Yuba City, and Christian Brothers?
Yeah, no, we love it. We only want to go up in divisions. We don't want to stay down. We want the best competition we can. When we faced Lincoln, we knew that it was going to be a tough game for sure. Having to face Cook and Plout. Those are two very big arms, very big guys. Definitely very known on the baseball side. So knowing the fact, we knew that we were going to get Cook at their place, and we knew we were going to get Plout at our place. We had that written down. We had it noted. So we prepared ourselves very well. We always prepare ourselves for whatever. We do very good at scouting teams. We do very good at that. So we always find out who we think we're going to see. We always get notes on them and everything like that. So knowing the fact that we were going to get Cook and beating him, yeah, he plowed through us a little bit, but we also caught some barrels, put some runs up, quality at bats together. So I think that with the bracket play showing that, I think that they're right with the fact that they should have all the confidence in us. We've proven every year that we should be up in divisions, beating in our preseason, beating all these big teams and everything.
Beat Whitney.
Yeah, we beat Whitney.
Back-to-back years.
Granite Bay, all these big teams. We even beat Clovis down in Fresno. I think that we have proven ourselves day in and day out that we are good enough to hang with these bigger teams up in divisions. So I think that knowing the fact that we got to get put back in D3 after falling down to D5 league, I love it. All of us love it. We're getting to face better competition, and we wouldn't want anything less.
And I think the big thing for your senior year is, I think this is your year to cement your legacy. You played with people like Colby Pudge, who's at Rockland, obviously a bigger school. TJ Smith is at Whitney, and you played those teams, and you decided to come to Oakmont. I don't know if it's where you grew up, where your house is, that you were scheduled to come to Oakmont, but you're here and you're establishing your legacy. You're cementing that legacy this year. What is if you look back at your 4 years of high school, what is the thing you're most proudest of?
I think what I'm most proud of is obviously making it to all the championships, but also I think that with the coaching here and why I came here was definitely for the coaching. I don't live too far away, but but I knew of Coach Martinez ever since I was young. I've heard of all the good things he's done for players, heard that he was one of the best coaches around, and it's definitely gone to prove that he is the best coach around. So he was a big factor of why I came to Oakmont, and I think that's a big factor of why a lot of people came to Oakmont to come play baseball. So it's like, and obviously having all these friends over at Rockland and Whitney and all these Wood Creeks, they all like it over there. Just my personal path was over here at Oakmont. I knew that Oakmont wasn't a big school compared to all these other schools. They already had their stuff established, their legacy already cemented. I wanted to start up, we obviously all wanted to like start up something of our own. We knew coming here that we were going to get the best work over here. We knew that we were going to get the best coaching. Not saying there's not any good coaching over at other schools, but in our personal opinion, Martinez does it right. Everything he teaches us is the right way. He doesn't lack any days. He's out here giving it 100%, which is another reason. I've talked to a bunch of people who've already graduated from here before I even came to Oakmont, and they said like Martinez is the best coach around. Obviously, I knew he was a hard coach. He definitely pushed you in ways that you didn't want to, but that's what's best for us. We needed it, and being able to cement that in the legacy here, hopefully about a three-peat this year, and being able to make it far, making school history twice. So I think cementing our legacy here is definitely something that we're never going to forget. And playing all these big teams like Rockland and Whitney, it's only fun for us knowing the fact that we're the underrated school going and facing all these big schools, and it's not a blowout for sure. It can go either way. So.
And finally, there's a lot of younger guys that are coming up through the program. What is a message that you kind of want to tell those guys before they get here, or they're freshmen and JV guys who are yet to play on the varsity field? What's that final message? What's that message you would tell them as you're leaving this school?
Get used to being uncomfortable, for sure. You're going to come out here, you're not going to want to do the work that's assigned every day. Nobody really, you're going to get pushed out here for sure. You're going to get pushed beyond your limits. Be okay with being uncomfortable. You're definitely going to be coming out here every day, and you are going to want to some of the days. You're gonna be running for a lot. Pitchers are going to be running a lot. Infield's going to get all the work you can possibly get. Hitting, you're going to spend a lot of long days out here, so just get used to being uncomfortable. You're going to end up loving the game. You're going to have to earn everything you get out here. Nothing's given to you. So come out here every single day with your head high, and want to get better every day. Don't take a day off for granted, for sure. It's going to come quick. So it was just me saying sophomore year that it feels like oh my God. Adam Reyes graduated here my sophomore year. He was like, it's going to fly by, so enjoy every minute. I remember that like it was yesterday. It's definitely flew by, for sure. Knowing the fact that it's slowly coming to an end here. Don't have a lot longer playing as a Viking, so definitely take your time out here and enjoy it. Don't take a moment off.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks, Trevor. And you can catch the Trevor Wilson and the rest of the Oakmont Vikings against Antelope on Wednesday in the first round of the Division III playoffs. Thanks again, Trevor.
Thank you.